that escapes his family on the weekend and builds piece of shit cars in the garage. This is my garage, and it has no car in here at the moment because we're going to start a new project today. Bring that in a minute. But before we begin, don't forget to like this video, hit the subscribe button and ring that bell so you guys get notified on when we upload new videos. And as always, grab your favourite beer. Oh, fucking fantastic. And grab one for your mates. Why does this always happen to me? And this is it, our new project car. It's a 2000 model JZS 160 or 161, I'm not sure, I don't know anything about Toyotas, but it's a Lexus GS 300 or a Toyota Aristo. It's got a 2JZ motor, super powerful. It's got a bunch of other shit, but we don't care about any of that shit because all we're going to do is VIP the fuck out of this thing. But we've bought the cheapest one that was available at the time. It was under $2,000 and it's quite clearly a piece of shit. Now, a wise man once said, I need to stop buying pieces of shit. But clearly haven't heeded my own words here because I have bought the worst car that I have ever bought in a long time. Ever. Definitely ever. We're going to show you guys how to do Bippu on a budget, take this thing from Drift Bruiser to Yakuza Cruiser. Now, what is a Yakuza Cruiser? What is Bippu? What is VIP? Let's find out. Looks like a bloke's gone and hit a curb here. Bit of drift damage on the wheel. Drift damage, drift damage, drift damage. Hope you got the girl at the end. Drift damage. Drift damage. Bit more drift damage. We'll call that drift damage. That's bird shit. He's certainly not hooning the roads of Mount Akina in any time. Basically just being a shit driver. So you may have noticed we got one white mirror, but we still have one black mirror, and that's fantastic because we can keep this on here. Or we don't keep it on here because there's a piece of glass glued to the existing broken glass. My favourite thing about this is that the previous owner has gone out of his way, tried to repair this, got a piece of glass from a Toyota. There is a Toyota logo on there. Not necessarily this Toyota, but he's glued it on upside down, so the Toyota logo is like, why make the effort and then go and fuck it all up? Seriously, why would you do that? You could have got a piece of glass from anything. You could have smashed up your bathroom mirror and stuck that on there. But no, you'd gone to the effort, got some Toyota glass, stuck it on there and fucked that up. Fucked it right up, he put it on upside down. So we're gonna replace that too. Right, so before you can throw some big wheels on there, slam the car and black out the windows so you can root your neighbour's missus in the back seat, you've got to make sure it's running right. And this car wasn't when I bought it. It was running on 5 cylinders. And I thought I'd found the culprit. Here's a spark plug that I pulled out earlier. And here's the replacement. So after replacing that single spark plug, the mist persisted, and I'm actually really surprised because that had like a 4mm spark plug gap. It burnt out. So I moved the coil pack from one set of cylinders to a next set, and the misfire moved position. So I knew that it was the Chinese yellow jacket coil pack that was the problem. So instead of that, which is only a couple of months old, previous owner had put it on, I got out Tanuki Okonomiyaki's best work, the engineer of coil packs in Toyota in the year 2000. This 20-year-old coil pack fixed up the misfire that this 18-month yellow jacket from China had caused. So what we've got to do today is replace the rest of the spark plugs. Got one, plus another 4, plus the one that I've already put in, and the other 2 coil packs for that are 20 years old that will outlast these pieces of shit. We'll fuck those right off. And, oh, that broke. That's going to be 2 beer job. 3 beers if you're in the US or with the left-hand market, because you've got to remove more shit than what we have to. So sucks to be you guys with your weird left-hand drive markets, majority of the world. At least my car's more JDM. Yeah. First thing you got to do before you start is pop the bonnet or hood. If you're overseas, in America, hood's a piece of clothing. It's attached to a jumper. Not getting into that. But if you don't know how to do that, suggest you change the channel and find an unboxing video. Someone's opening My Little Pony somewhere. Ah, fuck, that's the boot. That's better. 2JZ, no shit. Clearly, I can't keep it up. Gonna have to get this thing some Viagra. There we go. You know what? This thing will decimate all. Once we put about 15,000 or more, if we have to. Overnight parts from Japan. So we're not here to fuck spiders, so let's just get into it. Get to the tools. All right, so first thing we need to do is remove all this plastic shit. I don't know why engineers decided that all this plastic stuff was a good thing to have on cars. You know, you don't have to put this back on either. It's you probably run a cooler motor not having all this shielding in there, I don't know. Why would you want to cover up a 2JZ if you didn't have, well, it's because it looks like that. That looks terrible. So what we're going to do we're going to get in here. This is the things that we're changing. Basically, we've got to remove the throttle body to get to the middle cylinder. We can get that cover off. Now you'll notice that my 2JZ is missing a couple of little things off the side of it. And to be perfectly honest, I don't plan on putting them on there. This car is made to be low and slow. If we're going to spend money on turbo stuff, let's do that on the Z. Once you've got all the plastic off, a little bit more thread, never-ending bolt. And that's how you pull that out. We have to remove this, a couple of lines. Pretty easy. Anyone can do it with home tools. I'll show you how, because I'm really clever. Can't even close the drawers. Big screwdriver. I like how the previous owners painted the engine covers gold, because that's how you know it's a 2JZ, because everything's fucking gold plated. Resting. Now that intake pipe's off, you can get a good view at where the turbos would be if I had like a desirable model, an Aristo. It's the JDM version. But like mine's a Lexus, so it's like upmarket. What's weird about this, it's like a Nissan except backwards. I can only imagine like that there was no real good reason to have the intake and exhaust manifold backwards in comparison to a Nissan, except that Toyota just didn't want to be like Nissan. They're like, no, fuck you guys. We're going to have it on the other side. Just got to remove the remainder of these nuts. And then that first bracket's ready to come off. You know what I love about this car more than the Z? All the room for activities. So this is just about ready to come off. Got to just pull off that hose there. I use a flat blade. I don't want to fuck it up. Nope. I don't want to break it, but I just got to push it off there. All right. Oh shit. Should have taken that out. This is where the right-hand drive car is easier than left-hand drive. I don't have to remove the throttle body cable, but I do have to remove that and that and that. And just like that, We're now ready to change the coil packs and spark plugs. So let's get into it. Now I'm up to the last one. Notice that I have the other 2 coil packs all bundled up. Quick tip of the day is just take them apart one at a time so you don't have all the loose wires there and you put them back with the wrong firing order, because that's when you pretty much stuffed up your entire car. You Googleize photos and find out what goes where. Just get it torqued to spec. About there. And just like that, we've now got all the coil packs replaced, which means better conductivity, word of the day, of electricity through to the spark plugs. More spark, more power. And that's one beer down. Now to put it back together, installation is, as always, opposite of removal. Perfect. So before you put your plastic covers on, if you decide to do that, give it a test fire first. And just like that, the car's running immaculately and we're killing ourselves with carbon monoxide poisoning, so we're going to open up the garage door. So that brings us to the end of another episode of Intake. Don't forget to comment, like and subscribe. No, I'm just messing with you. Wouldn't be Intake unless we did something exciting. So let's throw some big ass wheels on here. Oh, my ear. So like Project Z, I've picked the Work Emotion D9R in black, because once you go black, you can't go back. In a 19 by 9.5 for the front and 19 by 10.5 for the rear. The wheel's so nice, I bought them twice. Why did I pick a D9R? Well, it's simple. Because I bought rears for the Z that didn't fit, so I only had to buy another pair of fronts. So really I bought one set and then a pair and then another pair. I paid twice as much as what I should have. But that's all cool, because now I've got some sweet wheels. Now these wheels wouldn't be complete without, you don't have to follow me, a centre cap, and glow-in-the-dark decals. The best thing about buying really expensive parts is getting stickers. Speaking of really expensive parts, I guess our budget build has just been blown out as I've spent more on the wheels and tyres than what I did on the car. But let's not get into details. All right, now installing a decal on this is a zero beer job, because if you take too many drinks, you're going to put it on sideways. We had a prep sole and a rag. A bit of dust on all these. I'm just going to wipe down all the spokes yet, because I haven't quite picked the best spoke for the decal to go on. I reckon it's going to be that one, maybe this one, could be that one. And then work out which way you want it. I'm putting the N in the centre. You only get one shot. One opportunity. Once in a lifetime. Otherwise they're expensive to replace. I've put it upside down. That's better. All right, ready to peel it off. Just give a little bit of pressure to the decal as you're taking the protective layer off the top. And now the magic. Before we jack this up, we're going to break these nuts. I don't know why you do these wheels up so tight. I wouldn't want to keep them. I'd be happy for them to get stolen. My arms are getting tired. Yes, I do realise that this would be easier with a rattle gun. If you'd like to donate a rattle gun, you can inbox me below. All right, time to say sayonara to Old and Busted and konnichiwa to the BBD, Big Black Dish. Oh, it's hard to handle something so big. Don't forget your black nuts. And as always, make sure it's torqued to spec. Perfect. Now the fronts are as normal, lather, rinse and repeat. Time to repeat. A fucking tip. Don't try and change your wheel on a bit of an angle. Fucking hell. And just like that, we've transformed the look of the car. We started out the day with a shit car with shit wheels, and now we've got a shit car with awesome wheels. Quick tip, keep your lock nut in your car. We've serviced the car. We started out our VIP build, or Bippu build, on a budget with $3,000 wheels and tyres. We clearly have no idea how to build a VIP or Bippu car. We want you to tell us what we're going to put into it. So comment below, let us know your styling tips, the colour scheme, the ice in car entertainment, and we will take your feedback on board and design it the way that you guys want us to. So make sure you comment that below and like this video if you haven't already. Subscribe, ring that bell, because that lets you guys know when we have uploaded new videos, and we're going to do that a little bit more frequently, and you guys don't want to miss out. So until next time, peace. I haven't got a fucking beer. What's going on here? Great shoot today. Oh, I forgot to fuck something right off. That's better.